Good morning, children. Now we are going to do the next chapter, that is lesson 11. The name of the chapter is The Elephant and the Cassowary Bird. This chapter has been written by Ruskin Bond. I have written here about Ruskin Bond that he is an Indian author. He lives in Dehradun and he was influenced by the hills because he spent his childhood in the hills, and still he is living in Dehradun. Now children, in this chapter we are going to read about few pets kept by Ruskin Bond. So in this chapter we will read about the unusual pets of Ruskin Bond, and this story is narrated by the grandson of the author, who is the grandfather. Now I will read the lesson, children, and you will follow it. The baby elephant wasn't out of place in our home in North India because India is where elephants belong, and in any case our house was full of pets brought home by grandfather, who was in the forest service. Now children, grandfather was in the forest service, so there are many animals and birds in the forest. So grandfather used to bring pet animals from the forest. And out of place means that elephant was not out of place, means it belongs to India. In India we find elephants, and I hope all of you have seen elephants. But the cassowary bird was different. No one had ever seen such a bird before. Not in India, that is, means this bird is not found in India. Grandfather had picked it up on a voyage to Singapore, where he'd been given the bird by a rubber planter who'd got it from a Dutch trader who'd got it from a man in Indonesia. Now children, means voyage means journey. Now when his grandfather had gone to Singapore, there a rubber planter. Rubber, children, you all have seen the trees of rubber. People in Netherlands, they plant rubber. So that man had given this bird to his grandfather. Anyway, it ended up at our home in Dehra. Dehra means Dehradun, and seemed to do quite well in the subtropical climate. It looked like a cross between a turkey and an ostrich. Children, you all have seen this bird, turkey, and the ostrich also. Ostrich runs very fast. So now here it means that it was a cross between a turkey and an ostrich, but bigger than the former and smaller than the latter, about 5 feet in height. It was not a beautiful bird. Why, children? Because turkey and ostrich both are not very beautiful. So how can this bird be beautiful? So it was not a beautiful bird, nor even a friendly one. But it had come to stay, and everyone was curious about it, especially the baby elephant. The baby elephant who was here in grandfather's house was very curious and wanted to see the bird. Right from the start, the baby elephant took a great interest in the cassowary, a bird unlike any found in the Indian jungles. Children, you can see the picture in your book. He would circle round the odd creature. Odd creature, why? Because it was not beautiful. and it was a curiosity for the baby elephant. So baby elephant used to walk around the bird and diffidently examine with his trunk the texture of its stumpy wings. Now what did the elephant do? The elephant, in a shy manner, felt shy going near the bird, but with his trunk. Children, you know the trunk of the elephant. With the trunk, it felt the stumpy wings, means the wings are puffed, you will see. So the elephant with his trunk felt the feathers of the wings of Cassowary. Of course, he suspected no evil, and his childlike curiosity encouraged him to take liberties, means he could do anything. Why? Because the elephant was a baby, which resulted in an unpleasant experience. But something unpleasant, means that which did not make him happy, happened. Noticing the baby elephant's attempts to make friends with the rather morose Cassowary. Morose, children, means who is not happy, who is sad. We felt a bit apprehensive. Now see, the members in the house, they were slightly worried because the bird was not making friends with anyone. Self-contained and sullen. Self-contained means it was all with him only and it did not want to mix with others. The big bird responded only by slowly and slyly raising one of its powerful legs, in the meantime gazing into space with an innocent air. We knew what the gesture meant. We had seen that treacherous leg raised on many an occasion and suddenly shooting out with a force that would have done credit to a vicious camel. Now children, when they are violent and they are cruel, they pick up their leg and they move forcefully. So here the bird also did the same thing as the camels do. In fact, camel and cassowary kicks are delivered on the same plan, except that the camel kicks backward like a horse and the bird forward. We wish to spare our baby elephant a painful experience and led him away from the bird. Now children, see, what did the bird do? The bird hit the baby elephant with its leg. But he persisted in his friendly overtures. And one morning he received an ugly reward. But the elephant, it wanted to be friendly with the bird and did not listen. But one morning something ugly happened with the elephant. Rapid as lightning, and cassowary hit straight from the hip and knee joints, and the elephant ran squealing to grandfather. Now children, you can see in the picture also how the bird is hitting the baby elephant. So when the bird hit the baby elephant, he ran squealing, means he ran. If somebody beats you, so what do? You start crying and you run to your mother. So same thing here, the elephant also started squealing and ran to grandfather. For several days he avoided the cassowary and we thought he had learnt his lesson. Now for many days the elephant did not go near the bird. So they thought that now the elephant will not go near the bird. He crossed and recrossed the compound and the garden, swinging his trunk, thinking furiously. Now as the bird had hit him, so he also did not wait, but he crossed the compound and the garden and went thinking furiously, means he was in anger. Then a week later he appeared on the veranda at breakfast time in his usual cheery childlike fashion, sidling up to the cassowary as if nothing had happened. But after a week they saw that the baby elephant was very happy and it was like playing like a child, and it was next to the cassowary as if everything was normal. We were struck with amazement at this, and so it seemed was the bird. Had the painful lesson already been forgotten and by a member of the elephant tribe noted for its ability to never forget? Another dose of the same medicine would serve the elephant right. Now, another dose of the same medicine means again when the cassowary will behave in the same manner, the elephant will be right and it will not go near the bird. The cassowary once more began to draw up its fighting leg with sinister determination, means with evil determination. Means again the bird was trying to hit the elephant. It was nearing the true position for the master kick kung fu style when all of a sudden the baby elephant seized with his trunk the cassowary's other leg and pulled it down. Now, but children, what happened? As the bird was positioning its leg and trying to hit it in a kung fu style, the elephant with its trunk caught the other leg of the bird and pulled it down, means it fell down. There was a clumsy flapping of wings, means a weak flapping of wings. When the bird fell down, it started flapping its wings. A tremendous swelling of the bird's wattle and an undignified getting up as if it were a flawed boxer doing his best to beat the count of 10. Now, children, when you have seen that WWF fight, you see how the boxer hits the other boxer, and when the boxer is on the ground, the way it wants to get up and again hit the boxer, the same thing was happening here with the bird and the elephant. The bird then marched off with an attempt to look stately and unconcerned, while we at the breakfast table were convulsed with laughter. Now the bird did not pay any attention and it moved on, but everyone here who were sitting for breakfast, they all were moving, means when you laugh too much your body shakes. The same thing was happening here, that everybody was laughing what had happened with the elephant. After this, the cassowary bird gave the baby elephant as wide a berth as possible, but they were not forced to coexist for very long. Means the cassowary gave too much space to the elephant and they were not forced to stay together. The baby elephant, getting bulky and cumbersome, was sold and now lives in a zoo where he is a favorite with young visitors who love to take rides on his back. So now when the baby elephant started growing up, it became very bulky and it became very difficult for him to move. So he was sold and it was kept in a zoo where visitors would go and see the elephant and take a ride on its back. As for the cassowary, it continued to grace our veranda for many years, gaped at but not made much of while entering on a rather friendless old age. Means the cassowary stayed in their house and it used to look here and there but did not pay any attention on the ones who were entering their house. So children, this is the story of the cassowary bird and the elephant. So you all can read the chapter, children. I will send you the PDF and the exercises of the lesson. Thank you.